Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with round 1 of Season 14 Grand Arena. This is 3v3 with no ships. They seem to like giving us a lot of these 3v3, so hopefully you're getting pretty good at it by now. Let me show you what my opponent's got here. This is what he put on defense. He went a little bit light. He's got some teams in there, but he looked like he saved a lot for offense. So he's got some bounty hunters up top, Nightsisters, Ewoks. Then he's got his Grievous team, his Bosk bounty hunter team, and some more Nightsisters down south. So I'm going to go ahead and crack into the north zone because that's the easiest looking with the most points. Went ahead and used my troopers for his Django team because even with Django lead, it was really slow, and all three of those are pretty squishy. So you can get away with Veer's lead with Stark and range, especially mine because they're modded really well for a lot of damage. So I can just tear through his team like nothing. And there we go, 54 banners for that one. This next team is his Nightsister team. He's got MT lead. He's got Daka, and he's got Spirit. I'm always looking for different counters to Nightsisters because it really sucks to have to burn your Treya just because of an MT. But sometimes that's the way of it. But here there's no zombie in it. So, and I figured with them being like gear 11 instead of gear 12, I could try out a Bastila team with Bastila, Ezra, and then Xeris. Figured if they did get plagued, she'd be able to heal it up and all would be well, but didn't have to worry about that, fortunately. Like I said, I was able to tear through his team. It was on the weak side. He said a lot of weak teams guarding his north zone, so you can see they took care of that really well. Next up was the Ewoks. That was the last team in his front zone, and for that, there's Rex Wampa. I like to throw an extra tank in there, so I went ahead and used K2 just to buy time for Wampa to get going and to power up. You can see, like, Rex is so squishy that, I mean, if K2 wasn't there, Rex would have probably been dead before he got to even go. But it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. You really only need Wampa. But I'm not a big fan of doing that solo where I just send Wampa in. I hate that. I really hate sending in things without a leader ability, and it just seems like it's trying to get too cute and you're asking for trouble. So even though it would probably work and probably get me a couple more points, I'm not at that spot. If I lose over those extra 2 points, I mean, so be it. So that's it. There went Rex, but I'm making good progress on his Ewoks. Wampa's powered up and ready to go to work. So there he goes. Done with that. Only 48 banners, but I'll take it. Get to see what's in that back zone there. And he's got Phoenix. He's got a GK team, but with Jolie. And then he's got an Empire team. It's not too terribly strong. So we'll go ahead and get to work on his south so we can see what's back there in case he's hiding something back there. He's got Grievous, Nightsisters, and then his bounty hunters. Starting with the Nightsisters, this is a team that I've kind of grown to like. As long as MT's not there, even if they have zombie, as long as it's Asajj lead, you can do EP, Vader, and Scion. What you want to do, and what I messed up on, I really, shouldn't have done there, is let Asajj die to dots. And if she dies to dots at the beginning of her turn, zombie doesn't die for her and revive. It makes the run so much easier. But that didn't happen here, so you can see how this plays out if you're not smart enough or unlucky enough to not get that mechanic to work for you. And this is what you have to do otherwise. You just go to work trying to put shock on zombie and wait till you can get around his taunt. Kill Asajj a couple times. It's all about the AoEs. That's what's good about this team, is all three of them have their own AoEs. I was debating whether I should go for the killing blow on Asajj or not, or just hit zombie again. So I hit zombie. Was trying to see if I could get Asajj to just die on her own. I like to test things out when I mean, yeah, you can go for the sure win, but you can see she went there and she died. So good as far as that goes. There's a Acolyte. She used up a zombie revive. Now she's back under stealth, but that doesn't even matter, because once you get down to this point, it's super easy. As soon as Scion gets his AoE, it's basically game over. So that's all we're doing, is kind of buying time until that happens. Vader goes, he puts some dots down. Get Acolyte down a little bit, but when she goes, she heals up. So doesn't really do too much of anything. You're just wasting time killing zombie. You can get her a little bit with Emperor's AoE, like right there, but really the MVP of this is Scion. He's going to get his AoE the very next turn, so as soon as he does that, it's done for. So that's all we're doing, and there's plenty of time. And there it is. All it took was his AoE. Boom. Not real any way to get back protection and a lot of extra health, so we take what we can get there. Okay, next up is his Bosk Bounty Hunter team. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know I really like to use my crew first order for this. And the reason why is right there in the opening move, is that I go first, use crew's special to throw a 2-turn irresistible stun on Bosk. Once that's done, I don't have to worry about him taunting, or anything like that, worrying about those mad heal ups, and it's real tough for them to get the contract when 1/3 of their team is neutralized. So cuts down on a lot of those issues. And then once you stun him, you just go to work on the side one, like Boba, whoever happens to be in your match. Kill them. Then you got him and likely Dengar, who's always under stealth anyway. So that's when you work on Bosk. Go on, take good chunks out of his health with Executioner. And once Executioner gets going, it takes a minute, but once he gets going, he can take out some decent chunks, and then you get underneath that protection, start chopping away at his health, it goes pretty quick. So there he went. Now we go to work on Dengar. You just stun him. Now he's not going to do anything. I like using First Order Stormtrooper. Why? Because he's a tank, so he's going to help draw the focus if something does go wrong. He gives advantage, which makes sure you get crits, and he heals you up with his buffs. So it's good stuff. Now we're going to go to work on his Grievous team. Usually I'd throw CLS at this, but got to experiment because everybody and their brother's going to have a Grievous team now that they've all leveled up all these droids for the Padme event. So let's see what else works. And this one wasn't the best, but everyone's going to end up having unique Zeta at least, and B2 may have a Zeta, who knows. So we got to start working on more common counters for these droid teams other than CLS. So let's give this JTR a shot and see how it goes. Figured R2 would help with some stuns, and of course the droid synergy with BB-8. And it works like a charm. I mean, it goes down pretty easy. I don't know if it was a top tier, full G12 plus 5, everybody Zeta type thing, if it would work the same way, but was able to cut through his with only a JTR team, so I'm happy with that. There that goes, and now we can go ahead and see what he's got in store for us in the back. He put his First Order team back there, and then he's got a Karth team back there. It shouldn't be a problem. I can handle those. I've got my preferred favorite counters ready for those, so I know what I like to use. We'll go back up to the top though, Since he's got his weaker stuff there, we'll clear some of that out and see what kind of progress we can make. Here's his Phoenix team. Normally I'd try to use like Rex Wampa for that, but I wasn't, I had already used him against the Ewoks. So I figured I'd try out this Galactic Republic using GK lead to help give him a little bit more, sturdiness. I really want to try Anakin lead once I can get that leveled up. If I can get some more Omegas, oh my god, we're in a drought. But GK lead should do just fine. I don't have any Zetas on any of them, not Ahsoka either or anything. But this team just makes these junky Phoenix into nothing. Like, they don't even get touched. There's so many buffs and counterattacks going on. It's like, I don't have to worry about anything. So this team worked out like a champ. But you probably won't see too many more of these because we're all going to start running Anakin and maybe Ahsoka or GK under Padme. So use it while we can, I guess. Let's go back down here to his South Zone. He's got that First Order and that Karth team. And we'll go ahead and knock some of those down. Start with his Karth team. I'll just burn through it with CLS. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what teams does he have left? And what kind of firepower do I have left? And I've got a lot of firepower left, so go through this one with a good team. I know it doesn't help you guys that are looking for other decent counters, but that's what I got left, man. I got to use it. So there went that. I got... Normally, I use something different. I use JTR for First Order, but I have my Revan team. I didn't set that on defense. So, I mean, I've never used him against First Order, I don't think, but pretty sure they're going to get the job done. Go ahead and mark Crew just to get him stunned, try and take him out, because he's got that 2-turn stun. I don't know if I got to worry about that or if that could make the run go south, but better not to worry about it. Got him out of there. Now I'll focus on Executioner just because he's the, biggest damage dealer that I got to worry about. All his stacking health, which turns into offense. And then Xylo's just going to be like a mild annoyance. We don't really have to worry about him. Go ahead and just dogpile him and start just attacking as much as we can. And now he's red barred. He gets a little bit of protection back, but he's about to do a whole lot of nothing. So there he goes. 53 banners for that run. I'll take it. That clears out his back south zone. Now all we got left is 2 teams in that top north corner. So let's go to work on that. He's got his own GK, and he's got Zaris and Jolie. I think that could be maybe a timeout team with the extra defense they get, and the fact that GK can steal the focus away with his taunt, and Zaris is going to heal, and Jolie is going to heal and revive. That could be a tough team, I guess. If he would have put that up front, maybe I would have struggled with it a little bit more because, you don't want to burn your good teams. But since it's in the back and all I got left are my best teams, I'm going to go ahead and burn something good on this so I just don't have to worry about it. So no matter how much you're going to heal, you ain't going to heal from that. There goes GK, Annihilate. Nobody's going to bring him back. Fracture on Zaris, start focusing on her. Got the Isolate. Even though he's already isolated, go ahead and just use it again. Ain't gonna hurt anything. Top up your protection a little bit. Try and squeeze out every little extra banner you can. If I know, my opponent went fairly weak on defense, that means he's got a lot of firepower. So as long as he's efficient, he can, do me in, since he didn't waste any of his super good teams on defense. You got to watch out for that, because if they have all their best teams to go at you with, and you mess around on theirs, they're going to beat you just on banners. So that ain't, something I'm worrying about really here. I'm just doing the best I can. I'm not trying to get crazy with no 56 banners or anything like that. The last team is his Empire team, Tarkin lead, and they didn't look all that impressive, but I checked the speeds on them, and his were actually faster than mine. But, screw it. It's like, he's got his Empire, I got mine, and mine are all G12 and maxed out abilities and everything. They're modded okay, but his were faster, so he got the jump on me. But I got my Tarkin, Krennic, and then Death Trooper in there against his Tarkin and TFP and then Stormtrooper. I figure if I can go after TFP, who's the squishiest, get him out of there. Now the next two are going to go away simply because of Death Mark. Once I get Death Mark on them and start killing them that way, they're done. All I had to do was kill one. And I got Death Trooper to not only Death Mark, but increase cooldowns and dispel buffs. So I think it was a much better team. Now I'm just working on his Stormtrooper, trying to get that last one out of there. And nice even 50 banners. So that's his board, man. I cleared it off. He hasn't attacked me yet. And we've got maybe, a little over 4 hours, I think, to go at this point. So that's it. We'll see what happens. But he's got to beat 2269. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.